time's on and things seem stop. Hold the faith, but Jah is great. People in Jamaica suffering day by day. Them can't get no work, that's why the youth never stay. They work as a strike because they want a better pay. Situation in my country's just one big rainy day. No plans or policies are all gone away. There's a lot of poor people that are we back.
Hello, Sovaj baddies and beauties. Thank you for tuning in to another Sip and Slay. I'm bringing to you a classic nude look for all chocolate girls that is extremely beginner friendly. I wanted to try out this Milk of Magnesia craze I keep seeing everyone talking about. So I started off with my Hydrogrip milk primer before I put on the Milk of Magnesia, a thin layer with a brush, as I have been advised to do so. And I did put this product all over my face because, you know, I figure if we're going to test it and try it out, right? And I'm going to wear makeup all over my face, right? I might as well put it all over my face. Not just the T-zone, not just the eyes, not just the bridge of my nose, but all over my face. And I will tell you, you'll see I got a little shook. So while this product dries, we're going to get into these brows, darling. Let me know if you guys want an in-depth brow tutorial because I am old-fashioned when it comes to the brow. Just a quick brush up with a spoolie, and then I outline the brow with my trusted beauty supply store pencil, which is probably no more than $2. Because it's a nude look, I'm only sticking to one color eye pencil. I went in with a dark brown shade. I'm going to outline and then fill into my desired thickness before we clean it up. And that's what I'm doing now. And you'll see that I'm going to clean it up with the L'Oreal Infallible concealers. I use 2 shades together to mix it and clean up the under and overbrow. There we go, Infallible Wear. I love these concealers, guys. These are drugstore brand. They're not expensive at all, but the way they work like high-end makeup brands like Shape Tape or MAC or anything like that. They are super, 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 super full coverage, creamy, and blendable, buildable even. I love this product. Absolutely love. So yeah, I'm just going to clean up under these brows and over the brow so that we can tackle the rest of the face. Usually I do my eyes first before I do my face, but because it's a nude look, kind of the face and the eyes mesh in together. So I really don't have to do one over the other. They're kind of going to get done at the same time simultaneously. Okay. And now it's time for foundation. I'm going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Foundation in NW50 as my base shade. My foundation routine is a little bit tricky, but I like it this way only because I feel like I'm not putting a lot of layers on my skin. I'm not putting a lot of products on top of each other. So I go in first for the, I wouldn't say the perimeter, but I would say literally the warm places of my face with my natural skin shade, which would be, of course, the MAC Pro Longwear in the NW50. Then I'm going to go in after that with my contour shade to chisel out my face. And then, of course, with both concealers that I used for my eyebrows, to brighten up my under eye, the bridge of my nose, my chin, my cupid's bow. So the way I do my concealer, I apply the darker shade as a transition before I apply the lighter shade. And this is where I kind of got scared using the Milk of Magnesia. I noticed that not only the products stick to the Milk of Magnesia really well, But that sticking also causes it to be a little bit superly high pigmented, if that's even a word or a phrase. Everything was augmented. Everything was super, super, super bright. And I almost panicked. But, you know, makeup artists have to make it work under all circumstances. So I just kept working, kept transitioning back and forth between my beauty blender, my makeup brush, my setting brush, to try to get the perfect blend so that I don't get a crazy white cast before I even was ready to set. And just so that you guys could see in real time how sticky the Milk of Magnesia made the product, I am blending out in real time just that little corner under my under eye, and just look how white and bright it is. And I was like, perfectly full coverage, yes, but how am I gonna look like a clown at the end of this? I hope not. So I kept going. And then you're gonna see me go in with my brush, because this little cheap beauty blender thingy was not working. I hate using beauty blenders, so I don't share products or tools with clients. So I don't use beauty blenders, so that was the only one that I had for myself. So I went back in with my trusted brush. I love this brush. This is a Real Techniques brush. It reminds me of the Instapop face brush. It has the same shape, the same density. It's just smaller, so it's great for little corners. Great for setting. I love this brush. It's my new fave. Now, even though I'm blended out, I'm looking at myself, I look like an owl. So what I'm going to do is I am going to blend out this nose contour, but I'm going to first kind of calm down the brightness by going over everywhere that I highlighted with that concealer with my foundation brush. That's going to calm it down a lot. I'm going to look into the camera, and you're going to see that this eye is much calmer. It's more embedded in the skin than the other eye. See that? Yes, my confidence is peaking back up. I'm feeling good, girl. I'm feeling good. So I did realize on a natural face, it took like way too long for the blending. And I do believe it's because, one, it's the first time I'm using the Milk of Magnesia product. So I wasn't really too sure on, how it would pop and stand out. So I guess maybe next time, if I try it again, I'll be a little bit more light-handed. Right now, I'm just setting my face, all the places that I highlighted, and chiseling out my contour. And this is where it gets juicy, sis. This is where we start to play with the eye. I'm using my Black Radiance Contour palettes. I'm going in with both the contour and the sculpt shade in the light to medium palette. And I'm going to bronze up my face. I'm going to bronze up the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to bronze up my eyelids as a transition from my brow. You will see some music is going to play. I'm soon going to jam out with you guys, because trust me, I started having fun. It is Sip and Slay. So once your girl started sipping, and I was confident with the slay that was coming through, I started to party. So y'all gonna party with me just now, boo. Just now. You see how that bronziness is coming out? A lot of chocolate girls think that light colors are not going to show on them. You need to realize something. They do. Sometimes the warmth that you're looking for comes in a shade that you wouldn't necessarily think would show up on you. That was the first warmth. It helps when you add the warmth before you just go in with that harsh contour color, as you will see, because this is not my contour color as of yet. I'm going to add the contour color, which you will see next, after I finish bronzing up these chunky cheeks of man. Chunky cheeks, chunky cheeks. Heard of the drop, do witness, I just shoot my teeth. I take a pat down, I'm inside the club with my piece. Yeah, was raised in the jungle, it took me to a beast. Bitch get naked in my presidential suite. Yeah. Now you want to take those bronzing shades, and you definitely want to take it down the bridge of your nose and up into your eyebrow, and just keep it like a transition color for your eyelid, so that put some warmth back into the eyelid. Instead of having to go in with eyeshadow, we're just going to use that because it does one-time contour the nose. It makes it all a nice symmetry for the face. And that's it. Once we contour with the nose and we warm up the eyelid with the bronzer shade, then we can use the contour shade.
I don't care. Can you tilt on a basketball? Can you balance?
She was a lean, she wanted Gucci. I ride with some honest on me, I got a Gucci. Pull up in a Jeep, I put it on 4G. I want your body, give me some up on the front seat. We gon' up for an hour, then we gon' move to the back seat. When you give me a lap dance, baby, back for the cat, please. Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back like a track meet. Baby, relax me, you ain't gotta ask me. Jeep, I blew it back out. Fucking that bitch got it tapping up. Got me buzzing like buzzing the racks out. I got a ride in the photo, cause Drake in design no polo. I was in the rave at the White Out. Bought all the cars off Coco. I gotta drape you up. She got babies, just nigga with us. I got diamonds gon' drip on the pussy, keep them in the cut. I keep a bad for her. She know that she coming, of course. Had to throw that fat ass on the porch. Gotta face that ass to the north. Yeah. She wants a lean, she want the Gucci.
I am enjoying myself. Okay, this is when I take the contour shade and I chisel out those cheeks. I don't put it exactly in the same place that I put the bronzer, but I definitely put it right below so that it kind of goes a seamless transition. You don't really see where one or the other starts or ends. And then I'm taking that same contour shade, honey, and we're going into the eye. Now we're going to take that same contour shade that we just chiseled our cheeks with, and we are going to add some depth and dimension to those outer corners of our eyes. These are the only eyeshadow pigments, whatever you want to call them, that I'm going to use for the eyes. Same thing from the face. It's the same thing that goes on the eye, makes it look real natural, real effortless. You want it not a heavy hand here. Keep the blending real light so that it just flows right into it, so you don't have no harsh lines, so you're not adding your extra work. You don't need to add any concealer. If you want to do some shimmer or cut crease with this look, that's fine. I'm going to set my lid itself with the translucent powder instead of using an eyeshadow color, and there we go.
Throw back, fully rich. She got a thing for niggas with money. She got a thing for niggas with money. Poke it out, stick it out, throw it back. I got the baddest bitch out of the city. She got my name on top of her titty. I do my dance when I get jiggy. I do my dance, I feel like I'm shaking. Hit the low, do a trick. Come on top, do a spread. She wanna do it on my day. Sit on my Marys, I told her look out for the stage. Baby, let me see some. Okay, too bad. Bitches, going both ways. She gon' do it for these bands. She make it clap like how I do both of my hands. Fuck it up. Stick it out, throw back, fully red, poke it out, stick it out, throw back, fully red. She got a thing for niggas with money. She got a thing for niggas with money. Poke it out, stick it out, throw back. Wait, tell him drop the ball. Tell him back, baby. Tell him drop the ball. shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Look, she fell in love with the wolves. She off that 1942. She walk in the room, she picking and choosing.
What I know, I used to go to the west to get lost. I just came back from the west with a trophy. I'm on some motion. She said she missed it and sending emojis. No time to kick it on my waist emotion. Can't say I miss you, I don't got emotions. I'm on that back when I step on the flow shit. I'm on that me and the broken Kadoshi. I'm on that back when I stood at the stro shit. Ain't going broke, I'm just back on my old shit. I'm taking drugs, I don't know how to cope it. I know one thing, I'm never gonna be hopeless. If you tell them what was said, you were wrote it. Try a new course, bet I can start it. Yeah. Brand new car is noisy. Come through and it's roaring. You ain't gotta worry, don't care about no boyfriend. See me ain't get nervous, I damn near did it perfect. Work hard and determined, it's safe to say I earned it. None of you guys can flash me. Matter of fact, none of you guys.
Now we're just going to go back into our bronzing and contour palettes by Black Radiance so that we can warm up the under eye just a little bit, nothing dramatic, because I'm not going to be adding any mascara to the bottom lashes. And then we're just going to kind of rosy up these cheeks with this Ellen Tracy blush palette. We're going to go in with the darkest shade and put them on the apples of our cheeks because, come on, what is a chocolate girl without blush, darling? Yes, you see how it just switched up nice.
Yeah, me that call you. She a good no pills to them use jar you. I'm a blow blood, ding go wire. Mix up your G and G with the car up white. You know see how me I yo squash. Just pass me a light. I'm in a chase, girl. You want money me chase. I'm a song them hotter than a molar pain to tape. Me no like fake friend. Tell her we are two face. Them most of that label and cane. Them a snake up. Me a the girl them cornflakes. Regular me make two best friend. Malice gas heartache. Yo me ever eye gravity me need for gas space. Anything of me a rock. And if you're not say six now girl don't want you. Bobby not there. Say I'm me not a brother. Rolling, you know, yeah, me that call you. She a good, no pills to them use jar you. I'm a blow blood, ding go on you. Mix up your G and G to the car up white. You know, see how me I.
And yes, this slay is nearing its end. And as you can tell, I'm having a ball, honey. It is time for highlight. Just decided to go in with one of the highlights that are included in the Black Radiance Contour palette. The shade medium, well, the palette medium to dark. I put that, of course, where I want it to look like the Lord has shined its sun upon me, even if I'm in the dark, sis. And that, of course, is the bridge of my nose, my brow bones, my cheekbones, and of course, darling, my Cupid's bow. Ew. Then we're going to get into lips, and then this slay is done. But we can't say it's done until we set. And, of course, I'm going in with my Morphed setting spray so we can definitely, what's the word I want to use? Mesh everything together. I noticed some lines of demarcation, especially on my forehead, and the setting spray is the best thing to use to smooth everything out.
She's a wretch. Make it happen, make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. I ain't capping. Bricks all in my mattress. I need a cash deposit. Lamborghini not the margin. Give my young niggas a body. You better ask somebody. I need a cash deposit. Lamborghini not the margin. Give my young niggas a body. You better ask somebody. I am so handsome. Look at my diamonds start dancing. I do this shit for a passion. Rubber band bands and stash them. Yo, flexing on purpose. All the bullshit on the surface. Ay, it's making me nervous. All the bullshit in the trap is a circus. I just cashed out on some new shit. Cashed out. Diamonds on me while I'm in church in the pulpit. I ain't cuffing on these bitches. Ain't no bullshit. Cause it call my phone, meet them on the cruise ship. Buy me a perk. Buy me a perk.
What is a full natural nude beat without some beauty accents? I am just using my NYX eyeliner. And now I'm going in with that same eye pencil brand from the beauty supply store to outline my lips so that I can add some of my Sovaj Luxe Lash gloss before I put on the True Matte liquid lipstick so that I can have a smooth transition, because I just hate when liquid lipsticks that are matte get so sticky and dry. So my base is perfect for this type of lip without taking away from its matteness and also without drying the lip. Get you one, sis.
We got no time, and that's why I need a one dance. My life is my life. I only got one life to live. I will keep it upright.
And that completes the slay for today. Again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed and you had a cocktail with your girl. See you next time. I love ya. Bye.